No, we did it. Can't say we didn't do it. Can't say we didn't do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Let's see if I can fix the fact that we can't hear music. There we go. Oh, I fixed it. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, the best tank top you've ever seen. Right here live. For your joy. For your happiness. Once again, we are not sponsored by Mountain Dew Kickstart, but I'd like to be. I've got my little Twitter bot connected to my profile that says how many days in a row I have tweeted at Mountain Dew asking them. And yesterday, they responded. Mountain Dew responded. The Kickstart Twitter account, I think they lost the login to because it hasn't tweeted a thing since 2015. Not a thing. I've been retweeting my Mountain Dew Kickstart talk. And let's find it. Because yesterday was 69 days of asking, and we got a nice chain going. And they replied. And that's it. No DM, no nothing. But I was hoping they would give me something. Still hoping. Still holding out hope. So delicious and refreshing AF, kids. So anyway, today I'm going to be doing some stuff with GitLab, as per usual. And we're going to be continuing what we did before. Hi! Thank you for the follow! Very nice. Hopefully we're going to be we're going to be continuing where we left off before, which was in the Learn GitLab module. And we're on issue 6? 7? Not sure which one it is. But it's going to be good no matter what. Just letting people know that I'm live. We're going to be doing some learning today. I hope you're ready to learn, one viewer. What if there's a way it'd be good to be able to see names of my viewers? That'd be good. But thank you for that follow. It's been a long time since I've gotten a follow. Alright, let's party and let's get right to it. And let's talk about GitLab. So, previously, we were going through this Learn GitLab project that automatically comes loaded onto GitLab when you start an account. There is a new way to do it. There's this little tab here, which leads to a couple cards. Shows you a couple things that you can do. But once you're in here, there's also, I'm just going through the issues. You can see what we've closed already, which was sign up, import your code and create a repo, create and import issues, setting up the CI/CD, which is probably the most important reason to use GitLab, is it's all CI/CD right out the box and really useful, easy to use. You just have to set it up with some YAML, and there's a bunch of what we saw 2 weeks ago when I streamed before. There was a bunch of templates that you can use based on whatever language you're writing in or whatever environment you're writing in. And then we did a merge request last week. So this is the issue list. You can also have a issue board, which shows it to you like this. Nice, 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 nice. You can see that Kubernetes clusters is in here, container registries and Docker images. Profile and status, which, you know, my status is always this emoji, because it looks like soup to me, and soup's one of my favorite foods, and it makes me think of like super, even though it's the stew emoji. I like it. All right, so you can see there's to-dos here: create a milestone, invite a colleague, yada yada yada. Let's go back to the list though, because that's how I like it. Let's look at making milestones. So milestones are a way to track issues, merge requests, etc., etc. And it's a way to keep track of what's due, what's coming up, stuff like that. I set up my milestones for work last week, and my boss and I, we work in 2-week milestones, with the final milestone being a 3-week milestone. And we're both pretty good at sort of spreading out the work and making it so that it's not a sprint at the end to just cram a bunch of stuff in there. So let's talk about how we're going to do this. As always, documentation link right here. But we're going to go to projects, your project, select the project you've created. Click on issues, then milestones. So if we were in Learn GitLab, that'd be right there. Click new milestone, and then name it, start and end, and create milestone. So let's head to, say, Divas. So we're gonna go issues, milestones, new milestone. We're gonna call this one forever. We'll have it start today. We'll have it end on September 3rd, which is the first day of Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. Countdown milestone to HHN Orlando. For those of you that don't know, Halloween Horror Nights is my favorite time of year. You can write in Markdown if you want. I wanted to italicize HHN. Do that. Create milestone. Take me right to it. Then this is the milestone, but there's nothing in it. You would have to go to the issue. This is where I keep all of my pictures for my Readme. This is a trick that Brandon Middick taught me. You just create an issue and stick pictures in it, and then your images are hosted on the website, and then you can insert links to the pictures for your Readme. So if you want to add it, there's a, first off, there are, as you can see, 2 sidebars when you're looking at GitLab. There's one down here. That's the one that you end up using a lot, and when you're in an issue or something that has some properties and characteristics, it's got your assignees, your milestones, due dates, etc. So if we want to add a milestone, this is forever that we just created. Now that milestone is connected to this issue. So if I wanted to go to milestones, I can go up to menu, milestones. And it'll take a second. Here's the milestone. And there we can see it now. There's an issue in here. Scroll down, it's unstarted, it's open, it's unassigned. All I have to do is assign that to somebody. Assigning it to myself. We'll go back to milestones. And now it's moved from unstarted, open and unassigned, to open and assigned. Assigning issues is a great way to keep track of who's doing what. You have multiple people assigned to an issue, and then it lets people see what they're responsible for. You'll notice now that I've assigned that to myself, up here on the top right is issues, and I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit to make this a little easier for you guys. So up here is issues when you're looking at the list. Dip, 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 dip. Down here, picked up. Yep, that's where I put all my pictures that I needed for my README. That's the issue I just assigned to myself. It now shows up here. that you can use as a sort of reminder of what it is you need to be doing. So those are the issues there. Any merge requests would be right here. And then this is actually to do. If you're tagged or assigned, it sticks it in your to do. You can be like, thanks to-do list, I'm done with that. It doesn't remove you as an assignee. If you've been assigned, it just gets rid of that notification. I'm still assigned to the issue that I just had. See? The only way to get rid of myself? Literally unassigned. So, let's go back. Projects, learn GitLab. Okay. I'll head to issues, do list. That's a boop, bop, beep, boop. I forgot, it can have a hard time when you click a to-do item. It takes a second to reload, because it's a change inside of the edit, so it's like remaking it every time. So now we can assign issues, which we did while viewing an issue. Good thing about this is when you're in an issue, it can actually show you what's happening inside that issue over time. You get a little history timeline down here. All right, go back to that list. We need to mark this as completed, and that's actually inside here. That is in here, right? Close issue right here. Boop. There it is. That issue's closed because I completed it. All right, next is invite a colleague. I'm gonna invite all of you, everyone who watches this. So, one of the things I always talk about is being an individual developer versus being a part of a team. And if you're part of a team, I feel like GitLab is great for collaborating. Everybody at GitLab uses GitLab. It's literally, we have Slack, but if you're having a conversation in Slack about something, almost always someone's like, hey, let's move this to GitLab. And what we do is we create an issue for it. So it's got so many great tools, but a lot of those tools are for collaboration. So if like you're an individual developer and you're doing something all by yourself, it might be that GitLab isn't right for you. If you're doing CI/CD though, I mean, I think there would be reason to consider it at least. But our big thing that we're really good at is collaboration, is creating an environment where everybody can participate, where everyone can contribute, and where people can excel as a team, because you don't have to leave GitLab to have all these great tools for teamwork. You don't have to go and get another app and connect it to your repository. It's all inside GitLab, all in one, the DevOps solution. So when you've got a team, obviously you don't want everyone to be the owner of the repo and be able to delete and commit to main and to be able to force push and all that stuff. You want to limit the access of certain members, you know? Let's say you're running an open source project and you've got people who want to contribute. You don't want them to have access to absolutely everything. That can be a security risk. So you can assign them access levels. You can make them developer, maintainer, owner. You probably want to make someone owner, but making them a maintainer if they're well trusted. And we got documentation on this. So when you're in projects, you go to your project settings and members, and you invite them by entering their email. And that's going to be right up here. Project information. Remember, this is the sidebar over here. Project information, members. I think there's technically a bot that's a member here. But you can see who's already a member. You can see where they came from, if they're a direct member of the group, or if they were added in because they're part of another group that has access. When they got it, when their access expires, and what their maximum role is within the project. Does this help? turn it up a little bit. Appreciate that, Byrock. Thank you. Boop. Yeah. It's getting me close to the yellow on the audio input, but I want people to be able to hear me. If I turn down the music a little. Hey, Witch. Every time you show up with that octopus, I get so happy. I get so happy. Alright, so yeah, you can leave the group if you want, but not recommended. So when you're inviting people, it can be by email address or GitLab member. You can give them a role, guest reporter, developer, maintainer. When their access expires, you can invite them or you can import. And as also, you can invite a whole group from GitLab. I only have 2 groups in my GitLab instance. Obviously, there's a lot more if you're using the SaaS version of GitLab. So that's... Oh no. There we go. That's that. I'm gonna mark this as done. I'm not inviting anyone to my personal group. Thank you very much. And then we close the issue. That's closed. Head to the list. Now this is where we start to actually learn what GitLab gets you. So the free version of GitLab, totally free, no time limit. There are some restrictions. CI/CD minutes, for instance. You only get a certain amount of CI/CD minutes with the free tier. But obviously when you're getting into like paid GitLab, you're going to get a lot more features. I mean, that's how subscription services work, really. Shouldn't have to tell you that. If you want to upgrade it, you do it on the billing page, and you can find the billing page in the account by clicking on the avatar, settings, or preferences. An issue account. Billing. There we are. Now I'm using Ultimate because I'm a GitLab employee and my personal is Ultimate, which is pretty dope. But if you can see when I started it was March 18th. When I first interviewed for GitLab, they were like, "How familiar are you?" And I was like, making an account as I talked to them. I was like, "Oh, I've heard of y'all. Yeah, I know how to use GitLab." But yeah, that's that. Let's go back to this. So while I have you here, I mean, look, like this isn't just a stream of me playing video games. This is me showing y'all what my job has. So again, free. You bring your own CI runners in order to use the CI/CD. 400 CI/CD minutes per month. If it's a self-managed, then your self-managed runners are for you. And that's that. Premium, $19 per user per month, but you bill it annually. And then you get all of this plus some better stuff. Ooh, the scope labels are pretty cool. So labels can be scoped. You can have like a label and then a label within a label. Oh yeah. Yes, it is, Witch. Yes, it is. I got this from Vapor95. I will happily, anytime, and I did this when I was a teacher too, I will stop talking about whatever it is I'm talking about to talk about whatever it is that someone brings up. It's a terrible, terrible, it wasn't good. I got done what I needed to get done. But, yeah, there it is. Mine has the black piping instead of the blue piping, which I kind of like a lot. But yeah, it's from vapor95.com. And if I remember correctly, I think I have a link that I can use. Let me see if I can find that. Could have. And I'm just trying to like do some password stuff real quick. Refer. Yeah, I've got a referral link for $15 coupon for this company. But if you click that, it will give you a $15 off coupon for that website that I was telling you about, Paper95. Great stuff. I've got some shorts from them that I just bought, and their shorts are kind of like athletic style shorts too. Listen, man, I've been buying from Vapor95 since 2017. I just these shorts, those are the jam. I also have, they updated their website recently. This is nice. Oh, I have a pair of shorts that are discontinued that they don't make anymore. I've got a hoodie from them. This tapestry is from them. And I wonder if you can see it better in single mode. Yeah, so this tapestry is from Vapor95. Got a couple other shirts. I've got a bunch of masks from Vapor95, actually. That was my big thing I bought from them a lot when the pandemic hit and we had to like start, you know, masking up and stuff. Pretty, honestly, like really good company. A lot of fun. I like it a lot. Let's turn that up a little bit. He's totally just disappeared. I am listen. Also, I am enjoying that GitLab money, to be serious. They've got some great pins, and Pyrock, you'll love this one. Little Buster Sword pin. Sold out right now, but should have jumped on that earlier. I have the, where is it? A Done pin. That one. Love it. There's one that's like, I think they have a Winamp one I've seen too. This one I really wanted too, the Let's Get This Bread. Paper95, sponsor me. I love you. God, that PlayStation pin though. This one, I like this creator, Izukat. And it used to be, yeah, collection. Izukat. I've got a long sleeve that she did for them. I've got this long sleeve, the Sailor Venus looking one. I would buy everything this person has created. Because even like the stuff they make that's not Vapor95 is so good. It's so good. Sorry, first day. This is Mizukat. Thanks, guys. Sorry. I've got this one in white. The pin I was telling you about earlier, Pyrock. That Buster Sword pin. They've got this ramen one that is bowl of ramen but the Great Wave. Love it all. Alright, that's enough distracting. So yeah, premium for GitLab, 20 bucks a month, $19 a month, paid annually, but it's per user. So say you got a team of 5, 100 bucks a month, and you get the full DevOps platform, everything you need to make DevOps perfect. And then Ultimate is just like, it's the best that you can get. Advanced security testing for like DAST and I think SAST as well. Container scanning, fuzz testing, stuff I don't know. Portfolio management, you get 50,000 CI/CD minutes per month. So if you're doing a lot of CI/CD, then you need that. So that's the stuff you can get for that. Now, one of the cool things that I do is I'm on the education team. Now, GitLab for Education, we offer free licenses for educational institutions to use for education or research. So if you're using it in a classroom, free. If you're using it for research, free. All of that totally free. You just have to apply. If you want to use it for like your campus, like everyone on campus, then that's a totally different subscription. For a classroom, say you're teaching computer science and you want to do some DevOps stuff because you want your students to be prepared for the work environment they'll be joining, then you can get those licenses for total frizzle. That's free. We've also got some student spotlights. We've got hackathons. We're always looking for contributors. Everybody can contribute. We've got some case studies of schools that have used it really well. And that's constantly evolving and changing, and we're always bringing more and more and more schools on. We just recently hit over 1 million active users using the free seats that we provide. And like we said, you can use it in research as well. So as long as your research isn't for turning a profit, you're allowed to use it. So tell people, you know, what we got. All right, let's go back. Issues. Go ahead and mark that as completed. Where is it? List. Help and resources. GitLab is open source, community first. We are an open core company. Literally, you can come in, you can get it free. You can start contributing to GitLab immediately, to our docs, to the project itself. And if you stick around enough, you can become a GitLab hero. And if you, beyond that, we even have like a core team, which is pretty cool. So GitLab Hero Program. We're looking at people in the community that are really doing a lot with GitLab and participating in our open source stuff. And we make you a GitLab hero. And you can apply here. You know, this is just the way that we try and keep our community engaged. You can see we've got contributors, heroes, and superheroes. And a contributor, you've got 5 merged MRs, or 1 really good one, to improve GitLab. And that's, again, that's the application itself, the website, or the docs. We are always looking for people to contribute to what we're doing. So, support team is for paying customers, but account-related issues, you can always get on our support page. So again, our docs are here at docs.gitlab.com. You can search for anything. So let's say you want to do cloud deployment. We've got docs on how you can use GitLab to deploy directly to the cloud using your CI/CD. You can even run AWS commands directly from the CI/CD. And that was in 12.6. We're on 14.1, coming on 14.2 on August 22nd. So our docs, and I really think our docs are pretty good, honestly. Like, I don't know, I'm partial, but I think our docs do a pretty good job. Obviously, we're always looking to improve. So if you're in our docs and something isn't working for you, or it's hard to find something, or you think the information is a little light, tell us. Open up an issue in GitLab, let us know, and we are absolutely more than happy to take any suggestions that we can to improve. We've got a forum. We got GitLab on Stack Overflow. Any questions that are tagged as GitLab? Everyone knows Stack Overflow is where you go to figure out what's going wrong. So if you've got a specific question, you check here first, see if someone else has asked it, or if it's getting a lot of engagement. And then you can always follow GitLab status or head to the status page. Close that issue. Profile and status, pretty straightforward. It's very, surface level. Setting up your profile lets people know you. One of the things that we have in the profile now is pronouns. I always capitalize it, and I feel like I shouldn't because then it feels like Jesus. If your name is pronounced non-English phonetically, or if it's a specific pronunciation that you always get your name mispronounced, you can write it out phonetically here. Your email, don't show your email on profile. My commit email, Skype, LinkedIn, Twitter, website, all this stuff that you can have. And that way when people look at your profile, they can see you. And the pronouns is actually available on hover. If you hover over somebody's profile when they've commented on something, it'll show you their pronouns. So when you go to talk with them, it shows you exactly how they prefer to be addressed. You can see my activity is a little light. I think my work one is a little better. Let's see. Pull up my work profile. Yeah, my work one's a little bit more active. And I keep my work one on dark mode because that's the one I use more often. I keep my personal one on light mode because it helps me know immediately what I'm on. If GitLab's in light mode, I know I'm on my personal account. If it's in dark mode, I know that's my work account. Yeah. Little hack for y'all. And the pronouns came with GitLab 14, which was July 22nd. Or June 22nd, actually, was 14. And that. Did an emoji, made a status, updated my personal settings. Bow. All right. So, one of the reasons you might want to consider using GitLab is for our CI/CD. In addition to in our CI/CD, you can use Docker engines, and that's where you're going to test and build your application. And to make that happen, it's a pretty straightforward process. You just kind of say, use this image at the top. So, as you don't know, Docker is an open source project that allows you to use predefined what are called images to run applications in independent containers that are run with a single Linux instance. So Docker Hub has a bunch of pre-built images that can be used to test your applications. And that's the advantage of why you would want to use GitLab in the first place, is because we make testing easy. So if you're using it with continuous integration, Docker runs each job in a separate and isolated container using the predefined image set up in your GitLab CI.yaml file. So to show you what that looks like, let me take you to my Divas. My Divas, when I update the main branch, automatically deploys to Heroku using instructions that I wrote in this file. So you can see the image. I'm using the latest node image from Docker. When this runs, I'll show you a log actually after this. This is all the stuff that runs before anything else. you have to declare what stages there are in this, and really the only thing I use this for with my Divas is for deploying to Heroku. And for Heroku, when I looked up the instructions on how to deploy to Heroku, it suggested using Ruby, so I did. And then I've got these variables here that Heroku knows, and it just sticks it right on my Heroku instance. So I'll show you guys. Let's see, let's go to CI/CD. So again, this collapsible sidebar over here. CI/CD is the little rocket. Go to pipelines, you can see previous pipelines that I've run. So each pipeline, like I said, has a set of stages, and each set of stages has a set of jobs that runs. And you can click in and you can see the jobs here. So it's called production and the stage is production. So, like I said, it picks a runner. And in this case, it's just a shared runner from GitLab. Tells you its number and everything. And it says we're running on Docker. Whoop. Pulls the image, prepares the environment, grabs the variables that it needs, sets the updates. You can see in green, that's when it's a script that it's running. Another script. Another script. Down here are those variables, right? Prepares to deploy, cleans it all up, deploys the application. Down at the bottom, cleans up everything, and then lets you know that the job succeeded. On the other side of that is Heroku. And Heroku keeps a log of things as well. Get that verification code from Authy real quick. One second. Verified. So, I used to run all of these applications as separate apps, and each one had its own dyno, and I ran out of free dyno minutes very quickly. So that's why when we're looking at my Divas, which are my Twitter bots that I have, Shania bot, let's see if I can name them all. Shania bot, Mechanical Carry, Badiana Grande, Just Bot Paid is an NSYNC one, Bone Thugs, that reminds you of what when it's the first of the month, Kickstart, which tweets at Mountain Dew, and Taking Bot Sunday, which I just made last week actually. And that one, if you say emo and tag it, it responds with a you say emo, it replies with a Taking Back Sunday video and lyric. And it says, here's the lyrics, great, and here's the video, so you can watch an emo video. This is the good stuff, guys. So that's Taking Back Sunday. And I have all of this in a single project, and I just deploy the whole thing to one Heroku dyno here. Connecting these two, connecting GitLab and Heroku, I actually looked up an article to do. As anyone who's been developing for a while knows, there's instructions for literally like almost everything out there. But we can view the logs here on Heroku of what's happening. Oh, it looks like my Kickstart just kicked off, and now it's been 70 days of asking Kickstart and Mountain Dew for a sponsorship. And here we can see it tells me that it tweeted at me. We also have under activity, you'll see the last time I deployed. You can compare the diffs, you can view the build logs here. Real good content. Real good quantent. Thanks, Jellyman. You embarrassed me in front of everyone. Real good quality content. Let's go back to this. So like I said, this is where all the CI happens, and using Docker is as simple as just firing an image at the top. Honestly, like I told, they tweeted at me yesterday, or rather they said nice because it was 69 days of asking. And they said nice, Mountain Dew did. That was it. I need more than that. I'm literally, guys, I'm doing it. Doing it. It's so good. It's so good. So anyway, yeah, let's go back to issue at hand. So like I said, the reason you'd be using Docker is because it's a reproducible build environment that gives you everything you need in order to test out your application. It makes sure that it works. So when you deploy it, you don't have people going, it doesn't work. So there's tons of documentation on it. How to use a container registry, how to specifically use Docker images, how to install Docker within GitLab. And then this is, you can... Let's see the container registry. Let's go to Divas. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I have anything. So I haven't done anything other than just I'm using Docker Hub in my CI/CD. I haven't actually like added anything here to it, but that's an option. That is actually, hold on, that's supposed to be off. That's funny. Nailed it. That was so good. Nailed it, y'all. That's all the time I have for today. I have to run. I'm on Streamlabs OBS, Jellyman. I do. Well, I have my scenes set. Look, I've been switching them. I'm switching them. And honestly, hold on. I have a button that's supposed to flash it once and make it go away, but it doesn't. And it's supposed to do a reggae horn at the same time. Yeah, which I do have a Stream Deck. And oh, it's all tied up. Hold on. You can see the edge of it. I'm not moving my camera. It takes forever to get that camera set up. But I've got all my scenes on my Stream Deck. I've also got my sound effects. I actually like this one a lot. Good times. But yeah, I gotta run. I've got a meeting in a couple minutes, and I'd like to relax before that, before I have to talk. Yes! My emoticon wall! Jen's Wosta, thank you for using an emoticon so it actually showed up on here. You love to see it. Alright, y'all. I'm out. Appreciate you coming through. And I will see you guys next week. Adios.